Oh man, look at my life. 24 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise that made me think of love lost such a cost. Coin that won't get tossed. Rolling on the wind.
Take a look at my life, I'm a lot like you. So the Glastonbury doors opened yesterday with 200,000 people set to arrive today. The 1975 Olivia Rodrigo and Neil Young are the headliners. Plenty excited to see Rod, of course, Sir Rod, in the legend slot, and Charlie XCX is expected to attract one of the biggest crowds of the festival. Ed, who are Charlie XCX, please?
Never heard of him.
Honestly, who are they? It's a female singer. Is she country western or who is she? What? Pop? Never heard of her. Right, other stars including Biffy Clyde. They're from Anak, I know them. Ripped and Ray, is it Ray? Yes. Would you go to...
Never been to one, never would go to one, not interested in one. Because
Chelmsford's good.
Yeah, it's
Highland Park, that's good.
Well, it's just carnage, isn't it? Just chaos, just people all around you.
Not if you're a guest. I went with Parlour.
Oh, what happens as a guest?
We were guests at Carlsberg. Oh, it was brilliant.
What happens as a guest? What's different, mate? I'm not used to this guest stuff.
You're ushered in and private bar and...
VIP?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, really good. You'd love that, Gab.
Nah, mate, I'm one of the people, mate, unlike you all. You're just corporate everywhere.
Gabby, you're
got to
such
get
a
in
liar.
with normal folk, mate.
No, you're not. That's why you don't go.
I just couldn't think nothing worse.
You're Billy No Mates. You never get invited.
Yeah, Wimbledon, festivals, invite me. No, not for me, pal. But people enjoy it, though. I'll see why.
Oh, my daughter's, I think Lucy's definitely done Glastonbury. I don't know about Michelle, but... there's a big one out our way in Suffolk as well. I can't remember what it's called, but that's a big one. But Chelmsford this year is very, very good.
Yeah, I think
Park. And also Chelmsford Racecourse, we've got a couple of good acts this year. Really, really good.
But out of all the names you mentioned, Sir Rod, biggest by a mile.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's going to be great. And of course, Oasis touring as well is going to be fantastic. So if you're sad about missing out on Glastonbury, we have the competition just for you. Talking of Oasis. The reunion of the century just around the corner. We're giving you a chance to win a pair of Oasis tickets in Manchester. And this is July 19. Yeah, you heard that right. Oasis Live 25 is sold out, but TalkSport, we can get you in. But that's not all. Alongside the tickets, we'll put you up for a night in a hotel, and this is a beauty. We'll put $5,000 in your back pocket, completely tax-free. Listen up right now for everything you need to know and how you can win this dough.
Alright, kid. You have to be over 18 to enter in the UK, excluding Northern Ireland, for a chance to win a pair of tickets to the most electrifying rock and roll reunion of the century, a hotel stay, and $5,000 spending money. All you got to do is text the word Oasis to 83338 by Monday the 7th of July at 11 p.m. and you'll be entered into the draw to go supersonic this summer. Sorted. Right, here's all the legal stuff. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You've got to have the bill payer's permission or post your name and number to Oasis Prize Draw, P.O. Box 3190, Colchester, CO2 8GP, to arrive by 5 p.m. on the 10th of July. This is a TalkSport limited promotion run on TalkSport, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full T's and C's at talksport.com.
There you go. I'd like to have spent a little bit more time talking to Dan Evans. It was just...
Oh, yeah, it was about to open it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a top lad. Villa fan, obviously.
Is he a Birmingham boy?
Yeah, I think he's a solid old boy, I'm sure. Villa fan. And, it's good for him as well, Al, in a frustrating season.
We said he went into Eastbourne with no form.
Yeah, and he's finally got that form now. Perfect time for Wimbledon. And I think I heard from one of the producers, he's got his family that'll be staying with him during Wimbledon. So looking forward to today. Hopefully he can get through today. And you never know in Wimbledon, do you? Shock a few.
I don't know if you read into, we were talking about Nick Kyrgios.
Yeah.
And they said there's not enough characters. He said, yeah, well, it depends what you mean by what type of characters.
Yes.
So
he's just chaotic, isn't he?
Clearly he's a wild boy. He was on his best behavior yesterday, I believe.
Yes.
Now, the good news is, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but the good news is we can't get hold of Jermaine yet. And I told
Jay bottle it.
No, he's not bottled it. The connection's bad.
Mate.
But for you, because you don't fancy doing this quiz, do you?
In 2025, the connection's bad. After what I've done to the Everton fan yesterday, Pennant, he don't want it, mate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He probably he probably left school in year 10, didn't he, Pennant? That'd be the easy win anyway, Al.
So Gabby's been asking all morning for more information on Villa's struggles financially to balance the books. So who better to ask than Kieran Maguire, football finance expert. Here's Kieran with what you need to know. Kieran.
As we've seen from the recent meeting of Premier League executives, clubs have decided to continue to allow the loophole, which allows clubs to sell their women's team, any real estate assets, and similar to themselves, effectively set up a separate company through which you can then sell these assets at a profit and book those for PSR purposes. So the rumours that are circulating in respect of Aston Villa could be valid. Certainly Villa, of the 20 Premier League clubs, look the most vulnerable in terms of a breach of PSR, and therefore this would be one route. Chelsea have employed it. We've seen other clubs employ it historically as well, which would allow them to sell the women's team to a newly set up company at a high fee, provided that high fee is accepted by the Premier League. So it's going to be very much at the top end of potential estimates. Then that effectively is going to be pure profit, because the women's teams tend to be in the accounts at a relatively low value, and that could be the get out of jail free card, which would allow Villa to keep hold of their players and not have to sell them by the 30th of March. So have to sell them by the 30th of June.
There you go, Gab. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, I think it makes sense, especially when Chelsea have done it. There's no reason why other clubs shouldn't be able to use that loophole. And I think for Aston Villa, Al, I think it's the wages that are a problem. They're paying big money, because last summer, the RB was sold, I think, for 60-odd million. They went to Saudi Arabia. Douglas Luiz was sold to Juventus. That's not worked. He's looking to get out of Juventus as well. And then Duran went for big money in January to Saudi Arabia, and still...
How's he been doing?
Yeah, he's been doing okay, yeah. There's talk that he might want to leave on loan. I'm not sure that's true. But after all them players leaving, and to still be in a bit of a bother now with PSR, it just shows the rules don't work. If you want to try and get top 4 every season, you're going to have to pay these big wages. There's players like Kamara that are going to be signing a new contract. They're going to be wanting big money. Do you know what I mean? So the players that Aston Villa want to get...
How are Real Madrid and teams like, in a way?
Because their revenues are a lot bigger.
Really?
So for instance, Aston Villa, I think they brought in just under 300 million in revenue last year, but Manchester United 700. That's the difference.
Right.
So they got 400 more to play with than Villa have. 400 million. So Aston Villa have to look at different options. Like Henry said there, even if they change the stadium to the Adidas Villa Stadium, whatever they want to call it.
Known as Villa
Park to the fans, doesn't matter. If it brings in more money, I think, did the new camp do it? Barcelona, Spotify Stadium, or the Spotify new camp?
It's always been the new, well, the Camp Nou they call it, but I call it the new camp.
The new camp, yeah. But Spotify, I've got names on the stadium as well. But if that brings in revenue, fans won't mind, because to me, are you going to Villa Park on Saturday? That's what fans will say.
Okay, coming up, we turn our attention to the Arsenal. Is the Norgard signing a good one, or is it just another player who Well, that's harsh, that is. I'm just reading the script. Who won't help Arsenal win a trophy? That's not fair on him, is it, for God's sake?
No, it's not his fault.
We asked Gabby that next, and if you want to have your say, the number 03717 223344. That's the number to call. It's coming up to 9 o'clock.
Another summer, another England team in the final of an international competition. This time, it's the under-21s looking to go back-to-back in the Euros. Darren Ambrose on TalkSport commentary last night was thrilled after their 2-1 win over the Netherlands in the semi-final.
The group stage, very underwhelming. They've done the job. They got through exactly what you want to happen in tournament football. But anything but in the quarterfinals and semi-finals, they've been magnificent.
Well, it was Harvey Elliott, the man of the hour, bagging both goals. Lee Carsley couldn't speak higher of him.
I thought he was outstanding. I think he's definitely grown as the tournament's gone on. I think, he was definitely frustrated at the last tournament with the amount of game time he had, but the players that he was competing with, him and Charlie, had to be patient. They showed during the qualifying campaign that they were ready to lead and they were ready to carry the team on.
Now, is that the sort of player Arsenal could do with? Not that he's heading there. Someone who we understand is Brentford's Christian Norgard. We understand the clubs have agreed a fee of around £10 million, but broadcaster and Arsenal fan Harry Symeou's all a bit underwhelmed.
Are Arsenal better off now with Christian Norgard coming in and Martin Zubimendi coming in than they were with Partey and Jorginho and potentially Rice as cover for the 6th role?
Yeah.
And
So have you levelled up?
Have we levelled up? I don't think we've levelled up. I don't even think we're at the same level.
Get more transfer chat at talksport.com. And finally, a Club World Cup game befitting the name. Tonight, it's a small matter of Man City v Juventus in Orlando for the right to top Group G and avoid playing Real Madrid in the next round. Now, the weather's been a massive talking point throughout the tournament, and with temperatures set to exceed 30 degrees and thunder and lightning expected in the area, well, it might be once again. But Pep says it's no advantage to any other team.
But the hot is it's obviously, so we're going to change it, right? So it's better to play like as the stadium like we played. That was fantastic. But I think all the teams have to handle it. So it's what it is for the new World Cup, next World Cup. The people know it already. But yeah, we have to be ready to suffer.
And remember, Man City v Juventus is our live commentary this evening. Build-up is from 7. Kick-off is at 8.
9, Talksport Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Gabby, stop scribbling, will you? He's like a fidget next to me today, honestly. Now, should Arsenal fans be worried about the transfer business so far?
And Wirtz. Oh, my goodness!
I don't think that a better player will join any team in the Premier League than Florian Wirtz joining Liverpool.
Drilled home by Ryan Cherky for his first Manchester City goal.
He's so good. He's so technically good. And I'm thinking they could have got the steal of the summer.
Arsenal are closing in on their first signing of the summer after agreeing a fee with Brentford for captain Christian Norgard.
Penny pinching for Sesko, we're penny pinching for Gokorich and all these other guys.
Is it Gyökeres? Is it Shesko? Are we going to get one of them? Do you know what I mean? I'm hoping one comes through the door.
It should have been. We can't get Sesko. We can get Sesko. We should have known that already.
Seeing Liverpool strengthening from a position of power. They're seeing Manchester City making 4 signings already, and obviously they've kept their powder dry.
It just felt like this is a season that Arsenal needed to get a striker in, and it just feels like they're still dragging their feet.
Once again, behaving like a bridesmaid at a wedding. Arteta, get your checkbook out, son.
It's been reported they have agreed a deal, though, with Brentford to sign midfielder Christian Norgard. The Gunners have been discussing a fee worth in the region of initial 10 million, but possible 5 million in performance-related add-ons. A sensible signing, Gab, or not?
Listen, I understand the signing. I think we can laugh and joke about the shopping in Asda and Man City. Liverpool.
I'm not going to go there, Norgard. It's not his fault.
I know, and I'll just look here and say Jorginho has left. So they're replacing Jorginho in that sense, but Thomas Partey they could have kept. But then, like Arsenal fans are saying, Zubimendi will take Thomas Partey's place. But I still think they probably need one more midfielder just as cover as well. But they've got to go and get that striker. But I'm looking at Arsenal's team, Al, and you look at their best starting team. Raya in goal, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis Skelly, Zubimendi as their sitter, Odegaard and Rice in front, Saka off the right, Martinelli off the left. They're just missing that striker. Get Sesko in there. You've got a 6'5" striker who's quick as well, can score goals. Then you look at Arsenal's bench: Kepa, Havertz, Marino, Trossard, Wanyeri, Ben White, Calafiori, Norgard. So Arsenal aren't far off, but what he has to do, Arteta, is unlucky last season in the Champions League, played the team that went and won it, even the team that beat Aston Villa as well. This season, need to go one more. Second in the Premier League isn't good enough.
You mentioned Ben White there. You wouldn't start him, no?
No, Timber's a better right back. Quicker, 1v1.
Ben White, I'm off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
definitely number one, Timber.
I think he's a good player, Ben White.
He's a very good player, but Timber, Al, like, you don't see him get skinned 1v1. Very good on the ball as well. Athletic, and play centre half if needed as well. But I just think for Arsenal fans now, a lot more are starting to say, one FA Cup in 5 years, Mikel, spent nearly 600 million. You know, Liverpool, Al, they had a month off. They had time to go and have a lads' holiday in Dubai last month of the season. The manager had a nice party in Ibiza during the season in the last month, and they still managed to finish 10 points ahead. If I'm Arsenal, I'm looking at that and saying, Like, these are taking the mick a bit. They went to Dubai when the season's still going on. It wasn't an international break either. It was during the week before back-to-back games. Arsenal next season have to say, come on, it's our time to go and win the Premier League.
Yeah. Another midfielder, though, Martin Zubimendi is reportedly close to joining Arsenal, but there's still no sign of that striker, and a very frustrated Darren Bent had this to say.
A lot calmer once the striker is through the door.
Yeah.
Because at the minute I'm seeing reports I'm checking Fabrizio Romano's timeline every couple of minutes to see what's happening with the centre forward. Is it Gyökeres? Is it Šeško? Are we going to get one of them? Do you know what I mean? I'm hoping one comes through the door. So once that piece is in place, then it's right. Now we start adding. You add Zubimendi because of course Partey looks like he's going to go. So you need one of those.
Are you gutted Partey's going?
I'm gutted.
Yeah, I thought you were.
I'm gutted because for so long, when it's him, Odegaard, and Declan Rice, I like that three.
Looks strong,
big, powerful presences, nice balance in the middle of the park. You get rid of him, and Jorginho's gone as well. And I like Zubimendi. I think he's technically a good player, but I'm looking for. I need to see what is going to come up against the Premier League.
Gab, do you watch a lot of foreign football? European football. I don't.
No, when I watch La Liga, often it's Barcelona or Real Madrid. I can't lie and say that I watch Real Sociedad. I don't, but from what I've seen of him, especially playing for Spain as well, Al, he's very good. Sort of Rodri style player. Getting them number 6 positions, get on the ball, make things happen, and then defensively as well. But like Bentley says, it's going to be a test. You've got no time to dip your toe in. You've got to be at it straight away because Arsenal have got a very tough start, like we covered a couple of weeks ago.
So we're going to come on to that, right?
Exactly.
Because one of the reasons why everyone thinks Arsenal need to make a signing quick is because they have such a tough start. Gabby said they've had a nightmare start and they only take 7 points from the first 16 games, so 7 out of 18. One man who wasn't happy with Gabby is Arsenal Vinso Ray Papadon-Paulo.
Not Ray. So that's 7 points out of a possible 18 I've gone for Arsenal. Obviously, I'm just guessing here, but that wouldn't be a great start for them.
What price they get relegated, Arsenal? Gabby's put 5 on that. Look, why would they lose to Man City? I don't get that one. At the Emirates. They beat them last year. They beat them. They're pretty good at home. And I wouldn't put that down as a loss. I think they've got every chance of getting a result there. Liverpool, you set your stall out.
I think City are going to be a lot better this year.
Yeah, of course they're going to be better, but Arsenal should improve as well. And the Emirates would be bouncing as well. It'd be a great atmosphere. I think Liverpool, you can go up to Liverpool and get a result. There's no doubt about that. Newcastle's always difficult for any away team, but I can see them probably a lot more points than that.
You're never going to please Parlour when you're slagging Arsenal.
No,
that great job he's got there as a diplomat, as an ambassador. He's got a rise, 600 grand a year now. So he's never going to agree with you, Gab.
No, listen, like that was me having a look at the fixtures. Obviously, anything can happen. They can beat Man City on their day. I think Man City are a lot stronger. And watching them in this tournament out, Shirky, I mean, he's going to be a star, definitely. You said you liked him, didn't you? As a great signing, 30 million as well. But I'm looking at Arsenal, get that Šeško deal over the line. Hopefully, Zubimendi can settle in really well. No big injuries, because they like to mention their injuries, Arsenal. But I'm sure they'll be up there. But I just think Mikel Arteta has to bring the big trophies now. Otherwise, there's talk at the end of the season. Is he the right man? Or is he a nearly man?
Remember Neil Warnock ages ago saying
he said it, didn't he?
Yeah, he said he won't win any of the big ones.
No. Might get 90 though.
No. Don't miss the TalkSport Daily Podcast. It's a special on the Gunners. In today's episode, Jason Cundy looks at the Gunners' lack of signings, the difficult set of fixtures to open the season, and they are difficult. There's no getting around it. If this might become Mikel Arteta's final season at the Emirates, more from a Ray Party Parlour, Piers Morgan, Perry Groves, Darren Bent, available wherever you get your podcasts from. Coming up, Pennant has managed to finally work out how to turn his Wi-Fi on.
What have I said?
And he is fuming with Gabby for saying he didn't do any school. So the quiz is coming up 9:30 now. But up next, how important is the Lions get the tour back on track live on TalkSport this Saturday? That's coming next.
Nataka kuendelea.
And if man is to be glorified, we're going to be not for it. But if God is to be lifted up, my friend, it's stone.
Derby, Blues back in the championship. What about that, Gab?
Who?
Put your hands together for Jesus, like, huh? ربنا رفوعنا واختارونا نادينا باسم تو هم صوانا بروح تو وقوته ربنا رفوعنا واختارونا قبل تخصيص تعالى وكتوفنا نيمته ومجيته
Expect nothing less. Jermaine's a clever lad. This will be tough.
Honestly,
really tough.
Let school when he's 14. Let Cannes Airport car park. What is going on? I mean, why don't you?
I'm not expecting this in cheers, boys.
Right, so we have 3 rounds. You get a question right, you hear this sound, Ed.
Messi Buka.
And if you get one wrong, you hear this one.
Because I'm thick.
So let's get going. This says round 1, Jermaine, foreign trivia. Gabby infuriated Stuart Pearce back in 2007 when a misunderstanding with Martin O'Neill caused them to miss the Euro under-21s in the Netherlands. England's semi-final opponents last night, no less. So, Gabby, which man-made waterway can you find plenty of in the Dutch capital, Amsterdam?
Which what?
I'm not reading it anymore. You've not
Man-made waterway.
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 Yeah.
What's going on here? Who gives these questions?
Oh, come on. My cat could get this.
Waterway?
Yeah, waterway.
No idea.
So what is it Amsterdam famous for?
Canals.
Well, that's your answer, you children. You're too late. Jermaine has been trending on social media after former agent Sky Andrew claimed he turned down Real Madrid in the pursuit of a guaranteed game time instead of joining fellow Spanish club Real Zaragoza. So, Jermaine, what is the name of the tapas dish that consists of mini, often cubed potatoes?
Paella.
What?
Paella.
No! Potatoes, you numpty.
Paella, that's rice, isn't it, mate?
No! Yeah. It's potatoes I'm talking about. Cubed potatoes. The answer is patatas bravas.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the paella have like a little couple of bit of potatoes in there.
Nah, it's rice, mate.
You sure you were?
Yeah, rice and potatoes and all chicken, everything in there.
That's the battle of the dopes here today, isn't it? Round 2, spelling bee. It's as simple. Oh, come on, you two. You've got to be winding me up.
Come on.
It's as simple as it sounds. I'll give you a word and then you'll take it in turns to give me a letter of that word. Oh, this could be fun.
Okay.
The first person to give a wrong one loses a point. So, for example, the word was Alan Brazil. Gab, you'd start with A. Jermaine, you did give me an L. Gabby, then an A, and so on and so on. Gabby, you're given the first letter of this word, so that you must get this right. And that word is bolognese.
B.
Jermaine.
E.
What?
E.
No, 1-0 to Gabby. Bolognese. Spaghetti bolognese. Oh, yeah.
There's no
Come
E
on,
in it,
you're making a word there. Bolo.
There's no E in bolognese at all.
No, you've got to get the second letter, didn't you?
No,
I thought you said the end of the you said the last letter.
No, I didn't.
No, I think you meant like he thinks you meant
No,
any letter.
so why did I say Alan Brazil? ALAN.
Yeah,
Guys,
he's got it wrong. Yeah, he's got it wrong.
You got it wrong.
Right, you're right, mate. Yeah.
Jermaine, you're starting word 2, and that word is Sauvignon Blanc.
B.
What? No, this
is
S. I'll let you away with that.
A.
Are you looking at my script?
Oh,
right.
My favourite
third
drink.
letter, Jermaine.
V.
A.
2-0 Gab. Sauvignon Blanc. SAUV.
Yes.
Oh God, this all going on.
You're not a wine man, are you?
No, I'm not. To be fair. No.
Right, here we go. We'll move on.
Thank you.
Oh, they're the easy ones here. TalkSport clips. Yes, the return of the world-famous observation round, our ultimate memory test. Ed will play a collection of clips from TalkSport. Followed by Followed by one question each from me about what you've just heard.
Okay.
Here we go, Ed.
I don't wear pants. I've not worn pants since I could learn to drive.
He comes in, does a little.
Dermot Gallagher.
No, that's it. Oh my God.
What did you say? O'Leary.
Yeah.
Morning, Al. Morning, Cass. How are you both?
Very, very good.
Cass, when you do go out on that first date, don't have the ribs, all right? It's a messy look.
You're in trouble. Lingard office in Mead. It's going to be to that. I think it's Dave. He's from Livingston. Did I say it right, Dave?
Dave, mate.
I don't know. Someone spelled it like I don't know. Honestly,
it'd be the size of a pea. It is. It looks like a button mushroom and half ounce of old over now.
I mean, look at Ramsdale. When we bought him, you're thinking 50 mil.
Hi-ho, Wolverhampton.
Yeah, brilliant. Isn't it?
Right, Jermaine, here we go. Don't panic, Jay. You look stressed, Jermaine. Don't panic. We'll start with this one. Jermaine, you're first. What did Stuart Pearce advise me not to order on a first date?
Mate, I'm not even listening to.
Can I steal?
No.
It was just loads of waffling.
How? What are you pointing at?
I've got an itch.
What are you pointing at your stomach?
I've got an itch.
Pork, belly pork.
Oh,
no, don't you dare!
Whoa,
don't you dare!
I'm going to give him that.
Don't you dare!
Thank you. Thank you, Al.
The answer was ribs, but I'll give you that.
Oh,
yeah.
Right, Gab. Here we go. Where was Dave the caller to Darren Bent's boot room from? Where was he from?
Livingston.
Oh, hello.
Messi Buka.
You got to listen, ain't you, Antic? You got to listen, mate. You got to listen.
So, Jermaine, 1-1. The EFL Championship League 1 and League 2 fixtures released at midday today. Gabby and Jermaine both had great careers in the Premier League. Villa, Arsenal, Liverpool before stinking it out in the Championship towards the back end of their careers. I want to know how many goals you scored between the two of you in the Championship in your combined 58 appearances in the division. It's nearest to pin. Gabby, you go first.
I'm going to say...
how many goals you scored between the two of you in the Championship?
I'm going to go 5.
Jermaine?
Is it that bad?
I couldn't get used to them mitre balls, mate. Used to the Nikes, Jermaine.
Yeah, but it's combined, Jermaine. I'll give you one last chance of this because it's combined.
Oh, not just me. Sorry. 10.
10. Jermaine?
I'm going to go 7.
Jermaine wins it. It was 5.
Oh, God. I knew it. Al, you are scum. About 1, mate. 1 or 2. That's why I said 5.
Well, there you go. I think Jermaine's our winner. Well done, Jermaine.
That's why I said 5, so I know I got 1 or 2. I thought you might have 3.
Do you remember Bill and Ben, the Flower Men, Little Weed in the middle? Well, we're just missing Little Weed. Jermaine, listen, thanks, pal. Let you get back to bed.
Top man, Jermaine.
Yeah, my dog got me laughing. Because I have a look at the guy.
Nice one, Jermaine Pennant there.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Gabby, you blew it. You
Why would you
never
do-
change your mind.
But Al, you're a horrible, horrible guy.
Why?
Pork doesn't mean ribs. That answer they shouldn't have got that.
Pork ribs, yes.
And I had 5 because I knew I only scored 1 or 2 in the champ. So like
I said combine. You changed it. You
yeah, but
don't
you
change.
knew what you're doing. You're horrible. You are.
Well,
What about you on Family Fortunes? Would you?
I didn't know the score.
Can we break?
9:30.
Another summer, another England team in the final of an international competition. This time, it's the under-21s looking to go back-to-back in the Euros. Darren Ambrose on TalkSport commentary last night was thrilled after their 2-1 win over the Netherlands in the semi-final.
The group stage, very underwhelming. They've done the job. They got through exactly what you want to happen in tournament football. But anything but in the quarterfinals and semi-finals, they've been magnificent.
Well, it was Harvey Elliott, the man of the hour, bagging both goals. Lee Carsley couldn't speak higher of him.
I thought he was outstanding. I think he's definitely grown as the tournament's gone on. I think, he was definitely frustrated at the last tournament with the amount of game time he had, but the players that he was competing with, him and Charlie, had to be patient. They showed during the qualifying campaign that they were ready to lead and they were ready to carry the team on.
Now, is that the sort of player Arsenal could do with? Not that he's heading there. Someone who we understand is Brentford's Christian Norgard. We understand the clubs have agreed a fee of around £10 million, but broadcaster and Arsenal fan Harry Symeou's all a bit underwhelmed.
Are Arsenal better off now with Christian Norgard coming in and Martin Zubimendi coming in than they were with Partey and Jorginho and potentially Rice as cover for the 6th role?
Yeah.
And
So have you leveled up?
Have we leveled up? I don't think we've leveled up. I don't even think we're at the same level.
And remember, Man City v Juventus is our live commentary this evening. Build-ups from 7, kick-off from 8.
I've had a lot of messages, mate.
I bet Jermaine's delighted to get up this morning for that.
Oh, honestly, mate. Imagine we go to Spain. I could have some potatoes in my my paella. What chance have we got?
The Talksport Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Now England's young lion are going for the double. Stormed into the final of yet another under 21 Euros.
Can the young Lions replicate what the senior team did at the Euros last summer? Anderson starting down the middle for England. He's put it into the path of Harvey Elliott in the area! What a finish! Harvey Elliott lashes it home for England! Here come Netherlands as Ohio with an early shot! Oh, what a goal! He's caught up the goalkeeper from miles out! It's an incredible strike to bring Netherlands level. Elliott sprints into an infield position now. Central area, running all the way into the penalty area! What a goal! Harvey Elliott with his second!
Harvey Elliott, England's talisman, 4th goal of the tournament, unbelievable.
And England's young guns are through to another final. The holders of the Under-21 European Championship will have the chance to retain their trophy. England have done it. England have won it. Through to the final. England 2.
Yeah, both come from the party. A couple of crackers, by the way, who may not have played much last season under Slot, but he's certainly loving his football under Lee Carsley for the Young Lions. 03 717 2233 44. Liverpool fans, let us know. I know you love him to bits. Whether you keep him or let the player go, he needs game time, doesn't he? Earlier in the show, we spoke to Peter, a Liverpool fan, who certainly rates Harvey.
Absolutely brilliant finishes.
Yeah.
The lad's got it all. The problem he's got is there's better ahead of him at the club.
Mm.
And by the looks of things, they're going to be getting better as well. I mean, the rumour, they're after certain strikers, they're after a certain big, tall Swedish fella. And you just signed Bates, who's a better player than him. I don't want him to go.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's going to have to progress himself.
Yeah, that's the dilemma he has and Slot has. So what does former England youth coach Ian Foster, we spoke to Ian earlier, what do you think Harvey should do? He gives his thoughts.
I would always advise them if they came to me and asked. You know, I think, like you say, Gabby, there's nothing more important than playing.
Yeah.
And Harvey's got to find a way to be, in the starting 11 every week. The difficulty Harvey's got is that he's not starting many games for Liverpool last season.